All right, so welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
This is Conversations with the Crawleys. On this channel, we do a lot of conversations about faith, family, relationships, and we do recaps and reviews and commentary on some of our favorite shows. This one is all about Alexis and Justin of Married at First Sight, Season 15 in San Diego. So, because you're here, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, request notifications,
and share.
And we will see you in the comments. And check out the membership vibes.
Yes.
The join button right about there.
Join.
All right. So door just closed. All right. Anyway, so Justin meets with her friend Will. I think it was Will. And just kind of getting a little more insight into his wife, into Alexis. Friend does say he thinks that she wants to be in the marriage, but she's scared. She's afraid. I don't know if I guess I think that's it, but I think there's some other things at play.
It's hard to tell. They have a lot going on, and it has so many ups and downs, right?
Yes.
We had this real high peak. Mm-hmm. Then we had this
big crash,
and we went down pretty low. I mean, from the situation with the dog to the situation of not understanding each other but saying the same thing. I just think they just really need to take their time.
Yes.
And really get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And stop feeling like they have to fight one another and realize they're on the same team.
Yep.
Because she talked about not being petty, that she's going to take the high road if someone's being immature. So
she strikes me as she has a big potential to be petty.
She said she's going to try not to be.
But yeah, that's going to be a big try, because I just feel like she could be really petty. But the friend also says that Justin gives her the things that she was looking for, right? So he's kind of echoing what the experts are like. On paper, y'all, this is what you wanted, right? So it's just a matter of taking it from being on paper to putting it in real life and making sure that that's exactly what's going to happen in there. So, and then Justin says he's traumatized.
I just don't know what he was traumatized by.
He said he was traumatized by other women quitting on him.
Oh, yeah, because of he was engaged before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible,
mm-hmm.
right? You thought you were in love and you can get married, and the person was like, no, I can't do this. I mean, that's heartbreaking.
And he said women. So it sounds like he has a history of women quitting on him. Which, here's the thing. One time, you can blame it on them. 2 times, 3 times, you need to take a look at yourself and see why they're quitting on you.
It's a duck. It's a duck.
Duck, goose, okay? So, if multiple women are quitting on you, why?
And that's a good question. If it's something that, is he smothering? Is he controlling? You know, because I think, was it you were mentioning anyone who automatically just says, you know, I love you, and just kind of dashes you with all this love?
It's potentially a manipulative statement, right? Mm. Because your goal is to try and lock that person in.
Lure them.
Right, lure them in, smother them with emotions, with affection, what have you, so that they don't go. Not saying that that's exactly what he's doing, but it can be that, in my opinion. And because, you know, that love word is really challenging to throw that around the way he's been throwing it around. He was throwing it around day 1, day 2. I could understand having strong affection, strong attention, strong attraction, yes. But it was just, yeah. He jumped. He didn't just jump the gun. He just jumped everything. He was like, look.
Well, you know, only thing I can say is that hopefully he understands that holding on to something doesn't mean that that's going to keep it. No. You know, like, you trying to, like, I'm never going to let you go. being, like you said, wanting someone to be free, have their own friends, have opportunity to be out without you is the way. And don't be, all upset when they come home. You say you want them to be out, but then you don't want them to be out.
Right.
So
Devon Franklin, who has been teased from like the end of last season as being part of this season, finally shows up.
He finally shows up. And I gotta admit, he did a really good job of staying on subject.
Yes.
Having them really focus on the main issue, be the main issue.
Yeah.
And them understanding it's not about the act or like her going out to the club or brunch, but it's more so about her having the opportunity to have that time to let go.
Because, he's like, okay, what does the club help you do? And she's like, it helps her to feel free, right? And she's saying basically, it's like, okay. So he was like, okay, so you feel free. Does that mean you feel smothered in your relationship? Bingo. So she's like, yeah, I kind of feel smothered in the relationship. And so then he kind of, again, taking their words and helping them to uncover truth. And so I'll give him credit. He did a great job of helping them uncover some things. He, went over to Justin, kind of talking to Justin about it. And Justin admitted that he's afraid that he'll essentially lose her in the club. In other words, some other 6'6" brother who plays football might scoop her up, and she'd be like, "That's what I was looking for, not the 6'8" volleyball player, basketball player." So that was his insecurities, right? And then so for them, he's got to make sure that he gets over the insecurities, right? Because if you're afraid that you're gonna lose her to the club, you never really had her in the first place.
And he mentions it's like, well, we start with the club, then it's when she goes to church, or then it's when she goes to the grocery store.
Yep.
It's not going to matter where she goes.
Yep.
It's that she's gone by herself or with someone else. So let's keep it focused on the feelings because she's not here, and not it being about it being the club or brunch or
wherever it is, right? So then, again, they get into, I think this is when all the experts are there.
Well, we can't forget, they also talked about intimacy.
Okay, yes.
And they were saying, okay, where are we as far as that? And she's like, nothing's been happening. And, she's like, I hear it. She says the word dominate, but I think it's more of take control and take the lead in that area of intimacy. And then he says, well, it's hard for me to take the lead because I want to go off of cues from you that you're in it. You want to participate in it. And she's like, well, I don't know how else to tell you.
Right.
I want you to lead in this area. But he's like, I don't feel confident because I don't feel the energy is there. And I get what he's saying, too.
I get what they're both saying, right? She wants him to take more control, right? Not dominate in the dominatrix type of way, right?
Right.
Okay. Not like Stasha and Nate over there. But she does want him to take more of the lead initiating, right? And we've had these discussions, you want each other to initiate at times, right? It doesn't always have to be one person initiating. But she's saying, look, for where we are right now, she's like, I do a lot of leading in my everyday work life. I want to, at least in this area, be led into that as opposed to taking the bull by the horns, right? And he's got to get over this. I don't know if I feel the energy. The energy can come there when you make the right moves, right? When you start putting forth that effort, she can match your energy. So
and then when times were, and let's be honest, when times were when the energy was there, like when they were supposed to have the date night, and she
did the stripper pole and everything.
She rent the pole from the
party store.
From the party store.
You gotta find that party store.
Find the party store. And so now here we are, got a great opportunity, and only thing you in your head about what she said, I'm like, dude, I see that opportunity, and you let that go.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
So then they talk
How
about
much energy
he's not confident going into decision day. Of course, from day one he was confident, but now he's not confident. Yeah, because they've had actual life happen now.
Right.
Actual life has hit them, right?
Right.
Remember,
Right.
This was the couple. She was the one that was saying, marriage is easy. I don't see how anybody can say marriage is hard. Okay, welcome to week 5.
Welcome to week 5. When you do a year.
Right.
Do 5, do 7.
Get to 10.
Get to 10. Get to 10. Get to 20.
Get to
Talk
18,
to me.
Get to 18, you little girl. All right. So, but she says, for her, she's like, I don't want you to have to really think about it. For her, she's like, I need you to be, she feels like she should be the obvious choice. Right. But I get what he's saying. I get what she's saying. In other words, she's saying, I don't want to be kind of like, well, let's just continue and see. She wants it to be like, yeah, I'm choosing you and I want to be with you. So I get that.
Yeah.
But
it's every day you make the choice. So
yeah, every day is decision day.
Every day is decision day. You just have to what's your deal breakers? And I think that's what it kind of is this something I can live with for the rest of my life? To death do us part. So I guess they do both have to have some decisions, you know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and Devon even asks, he's like, okay, can you make the intimacy a little easier for him?
Yeah.
Can you maybe let your guard down a little? Can you be a little softer. give that energy that he's looking for.
Be a little softer.
Where he doesn't have to dig and try and find it. So. All right, well, that's it for this couple.
It wasn't a lot this week other than them trying to figure things out, meeting, with... Did she meet with his friends? Or a friend?
Yeah, she did meet with his friends.
That's right.
Yeah. They had a little conversation. They talked.
A little conversation.
It didn't... There was nothing I can remember that was really eventful out of that conversation.
Yeah, that it really kind of stood out.
Right.
So...
They were just kind of helping her to get an understanding of him. So yeah. All right. So that's it for this one. Make sure you check out the other videos that we're doing on the other couples and all the other content that we have on this channel. Trust me, there's a lot. Check out the other shows that we do. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Bye.